Hi guys, and welcome to Discovering Dorset the Shay Way. And today we are heading out, or we're going to try attempt to anyway, walking out to Martinstown. I believe it's something like a 3.8 mile walk each way, so I'm going to have plenty of breaks if I'm going to make it at all. But yeah, it's Easter. I'm going to go check it out. There should be a little river out there, so that'll be nice to have a little look at. There might not be a river, it depends, it might be dried up because it's warm now, but yeah, happy Easter. Let's go see what we can do. For those of you who caught my live yesterday, you'll be well aware that right at the beginning, just as we left town and got into the fields, my shoes, both of which fell apart. So currently today, to try keep the bottoms on, I've strapped them up with some extra shoelaces because I can't afford to get any others right now, but that's not going to stop us. So let's get on with it. So we're just leaving Dorchester. The first landmark, if you wanted to come and do this walk yourself, would be the Prince of Wales School just there. There is some parking along the verge, but not much. But yeah, if you did want to come do it, you are able to. We're approaching a bridge which is going over the Dorchester bypass, which technically is kind of like the boundary of the town, if you will. So as soon as we go over that, our first landmark that we're going to bypass, because we're not quite going to hit it, but we're going to be going quite close to it, will be Maiden Castle. Well, I've done a video about that on my channel before if you want to learn a bit more about it, but I will be showing you it from the angles we can see it as we go past on this journey too. So that there is Maiden Castle. It's a big old Celtic hill fort. Zoom in a bit and show you it. You can see some people over there on the top, like, walking across the top. There's 3 different layers to it, and then there are also some ruins across the top as well. As I said previously, I have done a video on it, a little bit more if you're interested. I think there's some sheep up there at the moment as well, actually, grazing. But yeah, it was a Celtic hill fort. Then it got taken over by the Romans, and eventually it's just kind of become a tourist site as it is now. However, as we spin round over here, some nice horses just there. As we spin round over here, you will notice this lump in the field. Now this lump is one of those Celtic barrows, similar to the ones that were out in the other field that we went to yesterday when you caught my live, if you did catch it. If not, feel free to go back and have a look. Which will be going a little bit close to that barrow, but that's a burial mound, and it will contain remains from Celtic times. Now we're going to be taking this little pathway along here and going on a way which is going to be going close by to Maiden Castle, but not quite next to it. We're going to be heading off in that direction instead. I apologise for the wind noise, but just up here you get an absolutely amazing view all the way across Poundbury. So I just thought I'd show you guys. Got a guy in his tractor coming past, ploughing the field, I think. Here's something a bit random for you. That little white house up over there, that's a McDonald's. And this here is as close as we're going to get to that Celtic burial mound. Cool. Just popped out the other side of a farm, we found ourselves another barrow. This one's tall and skinny. We've come to a roadway, that's the end of the path. We've come to a roadway with no signs, really, other than them telling me where I am, so I'm just going to check the maps. Right, so it's telling me that I've got to go this way, follow that round, and hopefully just round the corner we should get to Martinstown. It reckons I'm about 14 minutes away from the centre of Martinstown. So I reckon, what, 10 minutes away maybe from the edge? We'll find out. We made it! Also, we're on our way to Winterbourne, Steepleton and Bridport, and if you went the other way, you'd end up in Upway and Weymouth. And it says we're 3 miles from Dorchester. Oh, big tractor going past. But yeah, we made it, Martinstown. Now this is the river I was on about. When I said it's probably dried up, it looks like it is. Someone's got water over there somehow going around in the river, but it might be a private kind of little thingy. So we're just going to have a little wander into Martinstown and see what we can find. Check this out, just here look, we got Yuli's farm, which I think you can come and visit. And they've got a dairy milk vending machine where you can get different milkshakes, fresh milk from the dairy. You get your bottles and your cheeses, look, all sorts of stuff. And in here, what have they got in here? Oh, ice cream. Oh, I wish I had some money with it. Look, you can see the prices there. Large pots, small pots. That's cool, that is. And over here you can see some of the cows. Look at them. Beefy. We've spotted our first signs of water. Beautiful and clear. It looks beautiful and clean as well. Might be alright if she were doing some maglarking. Goes down the back there, look. But we've only got the magnet, no waders with us today, so we're just going to have a little walk along and have a little look-see. As I say, I'm going to explore the village a bit as well. Got another tractor, hang on. And then we might see if we can find a spot to have a little bit of a dip on the way back. But for now, onwards and upwards. So, we're just outside St Martin's Church in Martinstown. Winterbourne St Martin, Martinstown. Now it shows us there on a big scale map. That's Maiden Castle just there, the hill fort with the layers I was telling you about. And we are there. All the way over there. Or if you want to see a closer in, zoomed in for it, there's the farm, the Cowleys one I showed you with the milk and stuff. And we've walked through and we're pretty much slap bang in the middle, right by St Martin's Church there. There is a pub as you go further along. Don't know how old that is, but I'll take you over and have a look at that. It also looks like there might be a little bit more river that might be a bit more accessible over there, so we're going to go that way in a minute. But first we're going to check out the church and have a little walk around. And first of all, there's this beautiful great big open graveyard area, garden and graveyard, gorgeous. It wraps right the way around the church, all the way around, both directions. It's Easter today, so I don't know if there's a service on, and I don't really want to disturb it if there is, you see. What we got here? Notices of the parish in the area. Sunday, 11 AM. Yeah, so there is a service, right. No service on right now, so we'll go have a little look inside. First thing to note is look at this door. Whoa, the size of that lock system. The architecture in here is stunning. All those big wooden beams going across, look. And that beautiful stained glass at the end. I've got a food bank area, which is good, look. For people that are in need. Oh wow, look at that tapestry. Wow. Shout out to Stuart from Kingfisher Magneteers. Look at that. I bet that's got some serious age to it. That's cool. So many amazing things around this country and in the countryside, and just the age of some of the stuff is absolutely phenomenal. It's the altar here. As I say, it's got that stunning stained glass. Absolutely beautiful colours. Beautiful colours. They've got the little village stores just here and the post office set up. Some nice little chairs outside. So there is a little village post office. And we've got the Queen Elizabeth post box here. With the ER. And just following on from that, we've got a telephone box. The old red British telephone box. But it's been converted now, because they've all been converted into something. Some have defibrillators in, but this one is a phone book box. Check it out. So, if we open it up and we pop in, you can see what it says. Martinstown phone book box. Feel free to browse, borrow or swap books. If you would like to recommend a book, use the paper and provide a stick for the book cover. So it's basically like a miniature library for the locals here, which I think is really quite cool. So yeah, if you're local again, or maybe if you're just coming to stay and you want to have a little little read of a book or something while you're in the village, come check it all out. The little phone book box. Moving just on from that, you've got the village hall here. I won't show all of it because there is a kids park, but they've got a lovely little village hall. There is bus stops for a bus route, so you can get from place to place, which is nice. And I'll just go show you some of these lovely little cottages that are along there as I walk along to show you what the village is actually like to walk through. Because I think it's beautiful, gorgeous place. I'd love to live here. You'd need transport to practically live here, but it'd be a gorgeous place to live. I bet these properties don't come up often, and when they do, I guarantee you they aren't cheap. We're just coming up to the pub here, the village pub, which I'll also show you guys. So this here is the village pub. It's the Brewer's Arms, as you can see there. Now I don't know what they're like, but I assume that says they've got a car park and gardens, pub garden. They've got some outdoor seating at the front too. It looks like they might serve food, although I can't guarantee that for you. This is the little stream that I thought would have been decent for dipping, but maybe not. However, it does say on that sign that if we keep going this way we can get to Sheep Wash Pool. So let's do that. So this here is Sheep Wash Pool, and washing the sheep. How sheep were washed, got a picture of it there for you, look. How the sheep were washed. If you want to read through that, I'll let you read through it. But basically, they bring them up from here, or up to here rather, held in the lane in temporary pens, and then they were pushed into the pool 6 at a time and moved around, submerged in the water to ensure the whole fleece was washed. Sounds pretty brutal really, doesn't it? After a few turns in the pool, the sheep were guided up the steps and down to the village green to dry off. As you can see, the water would get very muddy very quick. And there's the supply river over there. It would all come in through down there into this pool, which would be a lot more full than this, or there'd be a lot less silt, which would make it a lot deeper. And then it would outrun through here and then down this little stream out that gap there. Kind of cool. As you come past the pub, you come up to this lovely little, teeny little waterfall style type thing, which flows under a bridge, and then a few more bridges along the way, and then that's that. Those national speed limit signs you can see there signal the end of the village. To give you a rough idea of the age of this village, I've just seen a house that has 1590 on it, so at least 1500s. Right, that's us saying bye bye to Martinstown now, on our way back to Dorchester. Just found this really cool skull. Might be a badger or something like that. Still got some of the teeth in it. I think that's awesome. Thank you all for joining me on today's adventure, and as always I'll be sure to catch you in the next one.